Hello artists, Miss Seward here to show you how to do a washi watercolor hack. That's right, you don't even need watercolors. You can use washable markers like these, a little bit of water, a Q-tip or paintbrush. You'll probably want a paper towel and some good sturdy paper like cardstock, and then get yourself some washi tape, which you can get at any craft store. The washi tape you will lay out diagonally, kind of like sun rays. I have some thicker tape here, so it takes up a little bit more room. Thin tape works well for this, so you'll just want to plan out how many sun rays you have. Next, you'll want to add a border around the edges, and up to you how much room you leave, but a border gives you a nice clean frame. I like to leave a little bit of room around the edge to capture some of the color. Now it's time to add color. So I like to start in the middle so that I can really map out my angle, my curve. And you can start with any color you want. You can do any pattern you want. I've done a rainbow kind of pattern, which is Roy G. Biv, red, orange, green, blue, indigo, and violet. But like I said, you can do any pattern. You can repeat them in any ways, but I do suggest you start in the middle. And you can leave some space, especially for this version of the technique. You can leave some white space in between. And this is all dry, so dry paper. You've got your washable markers. They will say, they won't always say washable on them, but if they say permanent, it won't work. Like Sharpies, this won't work, but any kind of kid markers will work. Now it's time to grab that Q-tip or paintbrush, get it wet, and start adding water to the color. You will want to be careful because it will move and bleed the color just like watercolor. So I would want to be careful not to head in maybe the direction of the purple from the orange, because that would kind of muddy them. So I used one side of my Q-tip for the kind of warmer, brighter colors, and another side of my Q-tip for those darker colors, noticing I'm cleaning the Q-tip a lot in between and anytime it got muddy. And you can also, when your watercolor hack is wet, you can add table salt. This is a totally optional technique that gives you a cool effect. Now comes the hardest part of the whole project, waiting for it to dry. Don't play with the salt, don't push it around. Be careful not to pick it up too much or you might bleed the water. Just let it dry. And once it is all dry, you want to take it to the trash or the sink, rub off the salt. Sometimes it takes a little bit of gentle scrubbing with your fingers, and then start to peel off the tape. I edited this for you. My tape, I think, got really wet. I did this one wetter than I did my other example, and so it took some work to get all of the pieces of tape off. Just be patient, go slow. If you feel the paper start to tear, back up a little bit or go from a different side and work your way till you got all the tape off. And there you have it, a washi watercolor hack using washable markers. You can use the negative space that's left over and turn it into a card or some other sort of art if you want to. Thanks, artists!